Um, when the Most High shows you who you are through your spiritual awakening, you start to have all these physical symptoms that the doctor can't explain. Nothing they give you will work. None of the anxiety. You leave the job. You do things. What is Solange saying? Cranes in the I tried to drink it away. I tried to smoke it away. I tried to sex it away. She tried to do all these things. And so we'll say 29:11. Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, says Yah, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a hope in the future. I was just looking at my timer, and that's my favorite scripture. Yeah, I know I was raised in the church. My grandfather was a pastor. I have a non-denomination and Baptist background, but came to spirituality, had my spiritual awakening when I just felt like my life was not going the way why is it this hard? It didn't need to be that hard. I knew it wasn't supposed to be that hard. I felt that this is way too damn hard for no reason. I feel like everything I was about to get after I've been divorced since 2013, y'all. I've been divorced. Divorce happens when you reject one another, and I rejected him in 2013. The legal divorce was in 2015. And this week I changed my name to Smith again. My married name was Bradshaw, and now it's Smith. And so, yeah, go on and look me up and find my mugshot. Anyway, let me tighten my bra strap. Anyway, they say when God gets ready to deliver your I'll say miracles, because blessings, we're learning words. We're learning the etymology of words and what they mean. Be less. I'm getting away from saying blessing, mourning, all that stuff, and really upgrading my vocabulary vibrationally. I'm raising the vibration on my vocabulary. I'm not saying low confirmation. I'm getting away from low vibration words, right? Y'all tap that screen. But today I don't even care about no likes. I'm gonna be honest. But y'all can send me some gifts or whatever. Right now, it's all about spirit. Thank you, soul of a man. Right now, it's all about spirit showing you who you are and you believe in it. And you get up each day and you walk in that new power. Knowing who you are, knowledge is power. Now, if I know I'm an ancient soul and I get up and walk like that each day, this is for entertainment purposes, TikTok. I know I'm an ancient soul. Hypothetically speaking, if you believe you're this, then you get up and you act like you're that. You figure out what they did. You study that, right? And people might, and that's called living Delulu, because you don't have the things that image had, right? Or has physically. But as above, so below. First, we got to tell you who you are. You have to know your name. And then you could have your stuff. Because if we give it to you and you're like, why am I getting this stuff? Because you don't know who you are. You don't know your name. You're not going to think you deserve this stuff or know what to do with it. But if I tell you you're this, and I tell you this is your name, and I tell you now this is your stuff, and here's what you got to do with it, you'll believe me. Then you'll believe me. Then you'll do what you got to do with the stuff. Then you'll walk with your upright. It's like, you're not like this no more. I don't matter. Now it's, I wish somebody would try me. I know what they've been after this whole time while I was asleep. If I get kicked off of here, y'all can come over to YouTube at Coach Shani, because tonight I might get kicked off again. It's one of them. It's fuck it, you know. So if I get kicked off TikTok, go on over to YouTube. I'm live over there. Okay. So if the Most High tells you you're this, and you see it, there's nobody outside of you that can go confirm it, except for somebody who has the ability to see, like me, right? confirmation. You can go to people that can see you before you see yourself, and they know how to steal from you, called destiny swapping. And you welcome that person into your energy like, hey, friend. Your friendly ass don't know no better. Hey, friend. It's like, that's all I needed. Let me look around and steal something. And I've said this to y'all before. Y'all keep inviting people into your energy. They gonna, confirmation, they gonna come up in here like, this is nice. It don't smell like no roaches or nothing. What they got? Let me take some of this. She got a fine husband. Let me take him too. And then you wonder, when you finally meet that man, they delay it, but they don't stop it. You finally meet that man, and he done been through some stuff. Because that spirit got into a woman and went over there and distracted your man. You may not know the woman who was the karmic to him, but that spirit that was on that person you allowed in, hopping from person to person. That spirit got into your energy through this person. That spirit then went over there to that other person who's on the receiving end of what this other person was in there stealing. They rummaging around in your cupboard, honey. They up in there taking your good Chanel perfume, your red bottoms. I like this. And then you watching, all these people are getting blessed around me, but I ain't getting nothing. That was your shit they got on. And your little silly self don't even know how to protect yourself spiritually. You will go look up how to keep a man, how to be a bad bee, how to get the ring. You don't know shit about yourself. I don't know how to be a spiritual being. I don't know how to protect myself on earth. I don't know how to keep my stuff. I don't know how to manifest. I'm focused on the wrong shit. That's why my people perish for lack of knowledge of who they are spiritually and all the universal laws that apply to them. That's why the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous, because they knew how to take from us. It never belonged to them, but we've been asleep for so long. Curses being cast over us. This is for entertainment purposes, TikTok. It's a fun story. We've been asleep for so long, having things cast over us. All this wizards. You watch all these Star Wars movies, they show you this is real. Entertainment purposes. Very entertaining and very much so. Where did they come up with that? Ain't nobody mind that creative. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Thank you, Heaven's Hotline. I appreciate the shares. Ain't nothing new under the sun, baby. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Y'all, when I channel a lot of grandmother energy. So I will talk to y'all like y'all my kids. I can't help that. I just turned 43 for anybody who thinks she's only 20-something. I'm 43. I got a 22-year-old. I done raised a 29-year-old, okay? So you out here studying all this stuff in the world, and you don't even know who the hell you are. That's why the hell is in your life. You done let too many people come in and rob you spiritually. You done left the gates open, the doors open, the windows open. Like, you don't matter. Now, all of it ain't your fault, because there were some things put in place for entertainment purposes, TikTok. Things put in place to make sure you never found out who you were. You got put into a system at a very young age instead of being at home learning about spirituality from your grandmama. There were stories you missed out on while you were sitting in the classroom. Because we really don't need much past 8th grade education as far as making it in modern society. The rest we know. We instinctively know. God's people have God's power, God's vision. We know. We don't know how we know. We just know. We're born with it. Absolutely, Sandra. They finna get the hell up out my seat. Diddy getting up out of somebody's seat. I wonder what man that wealth is being transferred to. Because energetically, these people knew how to go into the spirit and steal, astro traveling. There are people who let's say you set up a call center. What was that movie called? The Beekeeper. The British guy who do all the super cool hero action movies, right? Royal Bloodline, Ancient, all of that. Last time they banned me for talking about ancient Egypt and Kemet, North America and stuff, but y'all get the point, right? All the pyramids along the Mississippi River, the Nile, the desert over here, the Grand Canyon. It's a crater, but not a river. Star Wars, what happens to create a crater? Something had to hit it, right? The picture of the Sphinx is down in there. It's been blown off. Entertainment purposes, TikTok. So we starting to realize if they ever wake up and realize who they are and where they are and what happened, our ass is grass. Because they have the power and we've been keeping them asleep and siphoning their power. We keep them as zombies. These are real zombies, people who walking around asleep from their spiritual power and somebody else using it. Just entertainment. Nice little bedtime story for this audience. So how important is it for you to stay asleep if somebody's borrowing your power? Keeping you miserable, manifesting through your fear, creating a fearful environment, and everything you release, every bit of energy you release out into that environment, they capture it some kind of way and go use it for their own gain. And you're just sitting in this dark room, scared. You can't even see yourself, like the amount of energy and light you give off. Can't even see it. Somebody else looks at it like you're a gold mine. You're a gold mine. Thank you for coming over to YouTube, Soul of a Man. Yeah, and y'all know that's my preferred platform at this time. I don't like being somewhere. I don't cast my pearls among swine. I'm finna be off this. I'm quit cursing about them. Entertainment purposes. Don't cast your pearls among swine. You put me out your house once, but twice, motherfucker. Third time, fuck you. Because when I do go viral, it won't be over here and they won't make no money off of it. Regret, yeah. So it ain't about them right now. It's about making sure that you all are aware that we are all going through spiritual ascension symptoms. You can't run from it. It's who you are. It's for a time such as this. Where the hell you gonna go? You can't leave the planet. You here. Wake up and face it. All these reality TV shows that are so fake, ain't nothing real. That's why I can't be on stuff like that. I'm gonna have to have my own show, The Real, not the talk show. Shawnee's real life. You know what I'm saying? People don't want you to be transparent because they've told so many lies that you come and expose that being X, Y, and Z is a lie. And being this way, this is what it really looks like when there's a lie that's been told that somebody needs to keep up. And they said, if you come and tell your truth, then that's going to discredit everything I've done. I've built a house of lies. And if you speak your one truth, it's going to discredit everything we built in this community. And it's going to discredit everything we've done over here. So we got to make sure you be quiet. So you banned again this week. You banned again this week. You banned again this week. Final warrant, you know. We can't have you telling the truth nowhere. We can't have none of y'all telling the truth. We cannot let you get out here and tell people who they are and where they are. You cannot tell people that. So while y'all out here trying to stay asleep and you've come across my path, it's time to wake up. It is time. And for those who choose not to this lifetime, that's okay. You will suffer in silence. You will absolutely suffer for entertainment purposes. You are creating heaven and hell as a God. And so if you decide, I probably should. If you decide, I'm going to stay asleep, this is too much for me to handle. That's too much healing. I would have to give up too many material possessions. And I look down on people who ain't got no money. I look down on them, but I'm also low-key jealous of them because they keep getting money without working like I do, without doing what I do. They keep having stuff. They don't never go without. They don't. They don't. Y'all wouldn't look at me and think I was broke. Y'all wouldn't look at me and think I was like financially like struggling or anything. But when God is taking you through it, it's not to hurt you. It's to reset the balance. So it just doesn't look like, oh, I'm a millionaire or even a damn thousandaire right now. Don't look like it on the physical, but in spiritually, yes. And sometimes God has to hold back that during this transition, this season, because you a helper, lover, fixer, and you just gonna go buy shit for people that don't deserve nothing from you. Not a damn thing. And what you been doing? Well, I got it, I'll do it. The people they sit and talk about you to ain't gonna do shit for them. But they gonna talk about you to them and then come and ask you something. Ask the bitches you gossip with. Talk to them bitches about what they gonna do for you, because I ain't doing shit for you. Oh yeah, I cuss. And I have gotten away from cursing. Everybody on the planet's safe. Confirmation. Because if I curse, it's gonna be a dark fucking day. Thank you, babe. That's why I said I'm out here for a good time, not a long time, y'all. I got some business to tend to. Okay. Shiny life done change. Anyway, I put up the motivational minute. Stumbling down the hallway in the dark, tripping over stuff. You turn the light on, it's like a hallway full of wrapped Christmas presents with your name on it. I kept saying earlier in motivational minutes, God keeps saying it's going to be like Christmas came. When your stuff come in, when your ship comes in, it's going to be like a cruise ship loaded with goodness. Because everywhere you turn, there's something good on a cruise ship, right? And you can touch it all. You can access it all. What does everything flow on here? Flows on currency. You are the current. You are the sea. You're mostly water. Right? And so once you understand all these ships, relationships, I shared a post about that, the relationship, citizenship, right? All these things. A courtship. What is the sea that those ships flow on? Your energy. They have transport across your energy. Nothing moves without your energy. Things flow across your energy. You permit passage. A relationship dies when you stop it, when your energy blocks it and cuts it off. Okay? Thank you, Heaven's Hotline. This is for entertainment purposes only, TikTok. And so you guys gotta, I don't care what nobody think about me or delivery of my message. Just get this shit and write it down. You are way too important to be focused on some bullshit right now. You are way too fucking important and powerful to be just sitting around watching junk all day, listening to fucking junk all day. You got shit to do, like important shit. So you got to get out your little feelings and get into your spirit. Get into a prayer closet. walk, meditate, talk to God. Don't put no music on. Don't take nobody with you. And get out of this, I gotta have somebody with me 24/7. I did that shit in high school, but I was even annoyed by it. I'm a loner. I'm a Scorpio. And I'm a Taurus moon. Leave me the fuck alone. Just give me some food. Okay? I love people to death. I really do. But leave me alone for a minute. And I got kids. My sons are 22 and 14. Let me light this other incense. My sons are 22 and 14. When they would come lay up under me or something, like they need some mommy love, they knew to be quiet. Come here bothering me. Nah. Even my nieces, my brother's girls. When I was in St. Louis, the last time they spent the night at my house in St. Louis, let me tell you how all three of them piled up in the bed with me. Because I've been single for 11 years. They was like, we sleeping in here. I was like, where? In here. They know how to just come be up under me. You know, my nieces know, like, if I was like at that point when I was still at the corporate, they know how to just come in my room and just kind of just sit up under me and get my energy. And they need to talk, they can talk. But I'm a peaceful person and I like my solitude and I like sacred interactions. I'm not a surface level person. Now, don't get me wrong. They all used to be at my house for the weekend, like 3-day weekends all the time. All of them. My brother and my sister kids. And whoever my sister was dating, they kids would be over there too. And so they'd be ready for me to cook all weekend and do whatever, right? And so they always knew my house was a safe place. And so I would sit at the table and listen to them talk about they friends at school and who ain't no good and who do this and who do that. Like, I'm the auntie you could talk to about that kind of stuff. And I'd be like, yeah, and I went through the same thing. They was like, you did? People, I was like, we ain't had no cell phones, but you know, stuff like that. So I understand who I am and how I am. So if somebody says she's kind of, yeah, I am. You can't tell me about me. I tell you about me. What I tell y'all, when I told you I changed my name back to Smith, and I don't go backwards. So I changed my name to Smith again from Bradshaw. I've been divorced for 9 years, but I got it legally done in the divorce decree. I just went to Social Security Administration. And we started this talk, y'all, with before God sends you anything, you need to know who you are. You need to know what your name is. So you don't answer to just anything. And you're solid in your spirit. And so when God tells you who you are, when spirit tells you who you are, it's like, we've lived these lives. You have this power. Here's what you came to do now. Wake up. This is a new body. We got to program it. Entertainment purposes, TikTok. Would you say, Sandra, believe it or not? Kids are magic. We did the same thing. I'm like, yeah, I was 14 before too, and I was doing way more than y'all. So I'm so glad y'all are able to actually tell me what y'all did, because I couldn't tell a soul, baby. I couldn't tell nobody what I did. I just be like, thank God these kids are still a little innocent. All right. They still a little innocent. I grew up in the hood, so we was outside. Okay. But I just say this to say that you got to know who you are. If you know who you are, then you'll believe what you should be called, and you'll believe what you're called to do. If you don't know yourself, you can't be true to yourself. You'll be out here trying to fit in with every social group. Y'all, when I went from St. Louis to Dallas, baby, them hoes think they important. And I just be looking. I ain't got to get invited to shit, but I was invited to everything. Let's make it clear. You might not like me, but you want me there. You want my energy there. They ain't going to like you, but they want you there. They want you there. They want to see something. They just want to see what you going to do. What you going to wear. How so-and-so going to respond to you this time. They want you there. Them hoes just don't know. I grew up around the grimiest of bitches. Coming out the house ain't shit for me, and dealing with somebody who don't like me. I was already trained up for this, for a time such as this. So when I go out and I smile and I nod, and they be like, "Oh yeah," and I read their energy, just smiling and nodding. And by the halfway through an event, somebody will finally come over there. I just wanted to let you know that, bitch, you've been talking about me the whole time I've been here. Now you see that I'm not what they said I was. Now you want to come speak to me. Yeah. Hi. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. You okay, bye. Trust me, people will just hate your energy from showing up. One thing I do is neutralize any threats immediately for women and their husbands. I don't want this nigga. This your nigga. I want nothing that come with you. You attached. No, I don't want him. He ain't good enough for me. Because if I ain't number one, we don't exist. We don't exist. If I ain't number one, we don't fucking exist. I can't be no side chick. I can't be no mistress. Because I know who I am and I know what I'm called. You can never call me that. You can never call me that. And so, and most of these men don't even have enough money to have multiple women. You can't afford the first one. You got her working. I'm supposed to struggle and be depraved of time and attention. What the fuck this is? No. We gonna show. So back to it. You gotta know who you are, you gotta know what you're called, and you gotta believe in what you are called to do. I take away believe and replace it with know. If you don't know this shit, what are you doing? You went from Atlanta to St. Louis with a transit and trusting the power of a higher. Was that a faith move? Do you feel like you had any kind of spiritual awakening in your time in ATL? Because I know that's exactly what I did in Dallas. And Dallas brought me closer to something I was promised that I didn't know until I left Dallas. Yeah, God will send you away. You will have to go away from your family, go away from what you think you know. You think you know this stuff. This is all a lie. The life you've been living that you got raised up on, raised into, is a lie. When you go away, you see the truth. How do people treat me at face value without knowing anything about me? How is my energy received? It's going to make you go within, like, God, why are they talking to me like this? Why are they treating me like this? I was never treated like this at home. Why is so everybody so receptive of me? Why are people complimenting me on things that people at home hated me for? Then you see who was jealous of you back home, who wanted you to stay beneath them back home. I came back in June to St. Louis from 4 years in Dallas. God is going to move you again. But you got to test this new version of you out in some old lands. And if you don't revert back, you'll be moved into your next. Don't settle down and don't get comfortable. Never settle. And do not get comfortable. Stand on business for everything that Spirit showed you while you was in ATL, and believe that's who you are now, and be that version of you, even no matter how hard it is for you right now back in St. Louis. Well, here in St. Louis, because I'm in St. Louis. But Spirit will take you away and bring you back. Now you know who you are. Now you know this version of you is received a certain way. Now these bitches like, who the... She done went away and woke up. We can't use her ass no more. We gotta be quiet. You sure the fuck do. Somebody say something. I was already outspoken. Bitches can't stand me now. I don't even hang out with nobody I knew before I left. I've seen one guy that I've known for 8 years, likes me, still won't piss or get off the pot, so I'll push your ass off. Let's do that. So that's done. Close that door all the way the fuck up. Right? Because he would message me while I was in Dallas and stuff. But it was like leaving too many doors and windows open again. Motherfuckers climbing through like, hey, you home? Motherfucker, you knock on the door. Why do people feel like they can just come up my shit like that? Why do they feel like I'm that accessible? I did not have any boundaries. Hey, Goddess. Hey, Portia. YouTube, guys. I'm on YouTube. They do know you powerful. That's why they've been using the hell out of you. And you just like, they call you stupid because it's like, she don't even know who she is. If I looked like her, I would be doing this. If my butt was that big, I would be making me some. God didn't want me to be no hoe. God ain't want that for me. Because, baby, my OnlyFans would be popping if I decided to be on there. I make my quick little come up and get off. Yeah, I'll be going live from out of the country somewhere. Okay. God was like, no, you're going to walk in your purpose. You're going to be not going to do OnlyFans. And it keep coming up. It keep coming up. Like the spirit that's working against me is trying to tempt me. You want some money, don't you? You want some money. One girl was like, just get on there and do the Dougie. But do you realize how much SEXUAL energy these men are going to send to you just for being on there? You could be fully clothed. They be like, I would do something to that. And now it's SEX magic being sent to you. You feeling a little some kind of way. They're sending you something. People all up in your energy now. I had to deal with that on Facebook. Now stop posting full body pictures. I really stopped it. So when a man, if he meets me online, by the time he see me in person, it's a nice surprise. He's like, I know your face is cute. I ain't know all of that, you know. So it's different. You cannot try to keep your energy clean and keep exposing your energy to the riffraff, the ghetto. You got to know who you are. You got to know what you're called. Then you got to know what you do. I am this. I am called this. This is what I do. I don't answer to shit else. You got me fucked up. that's when my dark feminine comes out. I stay on some Lilith energy, honey. That Scorpio, that death energy. The stinger be like, what was that? Do we have a problem? Like, oh boy, don't be a menace in South Central LA while drinking your gin and juice in the hood. And he was like, he had that remote control with that gun, that big tank thing, weapon on top of his truck. He's like, do we have a problem? My stinger be like, they like, do we have a problem? And one of the biggest things for me, Spirit, was like, get rid of your GUN, but I'm always around him. So don't ever think I ain't got one close. So it's like, get rid of that. So you don't get tempted, okay? Because we know you about that life. But for real, because you could go through a season where people are going to be trying you at that level. And it'll just be bait to get you out of character and off your path. And now you're not walking in your purpose. You ain't even free no more. Now you got a jailhouse ministry, penitentiary ministry. Okay? We're not all supposed to be in our ministering, all right? I be trying to get this hair to cooperate. Just work with me. Work with me. So the point of all of this is y'all need to wake up and realize who you are. Excuse me, confirmation. And stop doing silly shit all day long. Stop wasting your time all day long. Stop acting like you ain't important all day long. Stop acting like you don't need to research things about yourself. Stop acting like you don't need to be on spiritual TikTok or spiritual YouTube learning. reading all those books they took out of the Bible, trying to figure out why they didn't put them in there. Okay? Educate yourself. I need to know who I am. What is this spirit I have? Let me sit and talk to spirit about that. What's been going on around me? Why this? Why that? Why do I feel like this? Why is this going on? You realize you're an abundant being and you broke. Well, where the hell is my money? Oh, when you start doing that shit, that wealth that's laid up for the righteous, that's with the wicked, then it's gonna start being crystal clear. Somebody's stealing from me. They've been stealing. They've been stealing. And they just hope you never wake up to it. What's worse is when you get that spirit in people, people around you, and you have a hard time letting it go because of the relationship title you have with that person, or the situational living. Like, I need them for this, I need them for that. Yeah, my people perish for lack of knowledge. People die off mentally and spiritually because they don't know no better. They don't know who they are. They're speaking the wrong words into existence instead of speaking the life they do want to existence. But you see who the master manifestors are. It's these chicks out here that's selling hair and making a come up on Instagram, selling waist trainers. You can't get them to say nothing negative about themselves or what they do. Somebody else, woe is me, and you ain't gonna have shit. You keep saying I ain't got shit, you ain't gonna have shit. You keep acting like you don't matter, you won't matter to nobody. They gonna see that energy you show up in, and they gonna treat you accordingly. You set the tone, and you set it very fucking low. I know I can be a little harsh, but that's the energy spirit got me in tonight. So just deal with it. I guess the only people on here is the people that can deal with it. My my frequency only going out to y'all because the number of people on this live then certainly dropped down. I don't need to talk to everybody. I don't need to talk to people that need to hear it tonight. Okay. I don't do this for I'm an influencer, because I am not no fucking influencer. I am the influence. Okay. I'm not trying to sway you to anybody's product. I'm just trying to wake you up to the truth. The real influence. The truth will influence you to do what you're supposed to do this lifetime. It'll move you in the right direction. It'll put you back on your path. It'll wake you up from sleeping on yourself. It'll put an end to these generational things that are being passed down. You should never talk bad to your children. Never, ever. What if you found out that your child was actually spiritually your grandmother, reincarnated? That happens a lot. Because who are you? How many lifetimes have you lived? Why do you know what you know without knowing it? Or things seem like deja vu. You've already been here. You've already been here. And you got to understand what the plan is. You got to wake up and see, oh, this happened. We were dormant. 400 years of slavery on this continent. 400 years of slavery happened. It's in all the books. A historical fact. The enslavement of African American or Black people. Why are we African American when Black people are all over the planet? Why aren't we Asian American? Because Black tribes are in Asia. Why aren't we Asian American? Why aren't we European American? Because Black people were all over the planet first. Why is it just targeted to Africa? You gotta pick a place and send them back somewhere. You can't send somebody back from somewhere they ain't been. Entertainment purposes only. This is hypothetically speaking. So, if I can remove you from your land because I told you a lie and send you to somebody else's land, and I get to have all the riches in your land, this is the wealthiest soil. Not because of our government or anything like that. It is true what we got under here. Why do you think they all came and settled? Yeah, it's just time to start doing your own research. It's time to wake up. What is this name? What name am I worshiping and why am I worshiping it? Is that how they lived? Why am I living like that? If they didn't live like that and they came to teach me how to live, if a Christ was here that says live like this, and then you live a different way, worshiping them when they said no, live like this. And you like, we want to worship you. No, live like this. I ain't say follow me. But we want to worship. Y'all missing the fucking point. So somebody convince you, hey, I've set up a place where you guys can come visit. It's gonna cost us a little bit. We gotta pay the light bill and my Cadillac bill. And we're all gonna sit here and worship the one that came to tell us how to live a different way from what we're actually gonna be living. Entertainment purposes only, TikTok. And we're gonna call them by the wrong name and send energy off into this name, and we don't even know. Y'all don't know who it is. Y'all don't know who it is, or y'all wouldn't keep doing it. We're gonna change the name. We're gonna say it was just one of them. We're gonna say this happened. They gonna tell you what happened after the third day when he rose. The family, the children, the life that continued. Okay, at age 44. They gonna tell you what happened after the tomb. But that's one of the books that got taken out of the Bible. This is for entertainment purposes, TikTok. What would you say if this whole spiritual awakening on this planet was the second coming of Christ consciousness? Or there's an overflow of Christ conscious beings being brought back up online. And that is the second coming of Christ. It's me. It's some of you. The consciousness that we are spiritual beings is back online. That's the second coming. For entertainment purposes only, TikTok. You'll find out why you are the way you are when you know who you are. You'll understand why you do what you do, why you feel like you feel, why do you taste food the way you taste food, all your seasons. You'll understand your repulsion to meat. You can be trained to do anything. I was trained to eat meat. I've hated meat. I hate it. I don't even like to smell it no more. I am pescatarian. I've been transitioning to vegan for 6 years since my awakening. So most of the time I'll be vegan. Most of the time I'm fasting. I don't eat. That's how I've been losing weight. I broke my emotional ties to food. I healed that trauma bond. Food is no longer how I celebrate. Alcohol is no longer how I get through a tough time. I don't drink anymore. My mind is clear. And if I sample something while I'm doing an event, I'm like, I don't like this haze that I'm in. Feel like a fog took over me. I don't like feeling like that no more. I don't like anything to come and take my consciousness. Feeling aware and conscious and alive and healthy and good. Feeling your energy flow through you. Hearing your higher self. When I drink those spirits and another spirit takes over, I don't like how it feels anymore. But baby, when I was going through, I couldn't drink enough. I drank 8 Long Island iced teas. You know, it's like 6 or 7 different liquors in that one thing. That was like 49 shots. So you got to think, I had a lot to fight through because I realized a lot was trying to hold me down. Yep, bottom feeders. We're getting bottom feeder energy, bottom energy, low vibrational energy. Oh, it got you in a tizzy. Eating the worst things out of the water. Just put some Cajun seasoning and some butter on it. They'll eat it. They eat anything. They eat chitlins. How y'all know who intestines them are? Anybody tested to see if it's pork? Okay, give them this. Watch this. We're no longer enslaved people taking scraps. Now you choose it. Nefertiti. Why do you choose to eat the scraps? You've been programmed. Why do you choose low vibrational things? You've been programmed. You would not inherently walk into a garden where animals are roaming, fruit is growing on the trees, berries on the bushes, just things sprouting up from the ground, just beautiful flowers, and say, the bull over there looks delicious. Let me slaughter it and eat the meat. Let me do that. I'm going to pass by all these fruit trees, coconuts, pineapples, papayas, mangoes, avocado, and I'm going to go over there and eat that animal. That's not what you would do. If you put a baby in there, they're going to go for the fruit. They're not going to try to bite on a rabbit. You know, been programmed. What you eat affects your mental, and your mental is your connection to your spiritual. And if you have a disconnect from your spirit because of your mental disconnect, which was the physical, in order to get to the mental, you got to go through the physical. Like, you got to, something has to happen. Something has to be tangible. You see something, you hear something, those are tangible. Like, those are solid things happening on earth. You eat something, you take something in with your senses. Choosing to be sober. Absolutely. I feel so clear, y'all. I stopped drinking in April. I do events where I sample alcohol, represent different brands. I don't even drink. I'm like, is it good? Well, that's the whole point of damn sample. So you can find out if it's good or not for yourself. It don't matter if I like it. You want the damn sample or not? This one's a fan favorite. What the fuck? Try to sample or move around. But realistically, y'all, I'm growing my coaching business. I'm growing my spiritual work, my relationship coaching, my spiritual relationship coaching. Nothing's more important to me than that. What is your relationship spiritually? What does your spiritual relationship look like within your body, mind, body, and soul? Yes. I have a Facebook group called Mind, Body, and Soul. I started it 8 years ago. I don't even do nothing in there. But if y'all want to join it, y'all can. I might revamp it. Anyway, so you're not going to choose to eat things that people choose to push on you. You are naturally going to go for a spring of running water versus the water that got all the chemicals in it. If you were out in nature and you saw a pool or somebody just poured some bleach in it and some mind enhancing things, and you see a spring running over there, where are you going to get your water from? That water's sitting. This water is running fresh. You're going to go drink from a waterfall, a natural spring, or you're going to go drink from this pool of water that they just poured chemicals into. So that is your tap water, your purified water. Your drinking water that comes in a gallon. But spring water is spring water. Mineral water is stronger. It is like from the earth. It's supposed to be, but you know they do stuff. And so you're drinking water that's just a clear liquid with chemicals in it that is stripping you along the way, because in order for your body to process things, it has to make it whole first. So it's like you come into the store and you want to buy 3 things, but you only got $2. First, you got to put some more money with it in order to get the transaction done. Your body has to put all kinds of nutrients into something and make it a whole package to even pass through a certain point. Where is it getting the stuff from that it's missing? Out of your bones? Or it's going to say, you know what? Just send it straight through all the way. Get it, flush it out the system, and you have diarrhea. It's for entertainment purposes, TikTok. Or it will strip you, put something with it so it can process it. Once you go, Caucasian credit score will be amazing. Anyway, the point is you got to know yourself. You got to know what you're called, and you got to know what you're called to do. So when it's time for you to do it and to receive the things you need to do it, you don't reject them. You don't reject it. You don't believe you're not worthy. You don't run away from it. You sit in it and you live in it. You stand in your power. Here they go with the puzzle piece. So live in your power, stand in your power, but you got to know yourself. You cannot do this asleep. You can't be asleep. And then you'll wonder why people keep distance, because when somebody's going through their spiritual awakening, I'm not going to sit in mixed company. Once I see what it is, I'm not sitting in mixed company. I ain't going to nothing. Nothing at all. You're going to have to get to that point in life where you're not codependent. It's you and your higher self getting through this journey. And whoever you get as your tribe is still not a codependency. Thank you for liking the live, Jamaican Queen. You get to a point in life where you've broken those codependencies, and you know it's a journey of self, mastering self, understanding yourself, doing what you're called here to do. And it's no longer about who all the wounds and trauma things that you need to heal to stop feeling like you need to sit up under people 24/7. Yes, we all need human connection, and we get more done with our soul tribe. However, the people you sitting up under, y'all ain't doing shit. There's no point in y'all hanging out. It's a group of trauma bonds and drinking and encouraging each other to make bad decisions, bad coochie decisions that you gonna regret later because they don't babysit. So this is why I'm going to be mentoring young women, young girls. Tell that boy no. Tell him hell no. And I want to mentor young men as well, because I have sons. It's like, what the hell was you thinking? It'd be a lot of moments like that. My 14-year-old tell me everything. I think he tell me stuff I was like, I hoped he would never tell me this. Why are you telling me this? Why do you want me to talk? Why do you? And he'd be like, he'd get a call and like, something. How do you know? You have anything you want to talk about? He's like, yeah. I said, can you talk to your dad about it? And he'd be like, well, you know, I'd rather talk to you. I'm like, shit. Okay, what is it? He'd be like, well, I'm like, oh, I don't want to know this. I don't want to know about you and older girl. Tell your daddy. He's like, he don't listen. Shit. Out here being Coach Shawnee, the spiritual work, I gotta talk to my own kids too. That's the hardest damn thing, because y'all problems y'all gotta deal with. His problems I gotta deal with. Like, no, I'm not ready. Why did my laptop go black like that? What's up with my laptop? Holy Spirit, I cleanse this energy. I just felt the need to do some Palo Santo, y'all. So I do like the open line of communications I have with my sons. But baby, I don't be want to know every damn thing. I do not. So when I see him, because he's staying with his dad right now, while I've been going through my dark night and stuff, bring this thing he'll be like, so I'll be like, you got something you want to talk about? Like, yeah, blah, 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 and all this. But I've always had like an open line of communication with my children, to the point where I level set with them. You can tell me anything. My job, my duty, my dying responsibility is to protect you and to guide you. And to provide for you as your mother. I am the one person on this planet. This is what I told my sons. I am the one person on this planet. I'm their mothership, right? I brought them here. I'm the one person on this planet that would die for you if I had to. I have to save you. That's the vow I gave. I have to protect you. So in order to protect you, I need to know what's going on with you at all times. I need to know where you are. If you tell me something that you think I'm going to be upset about, it doesn't matter how I feel about it. I just need to know the facts. You got to tell me anyway. I'll get over it. I have to work through this for you. So I create a safe space for my sons to talk to me. My number one job is to protect and serve you. I'm your police department, okay? You cannot make your children feel like you the ops. They ain't gonna say shit to you. They gonna talk to everybody but you, and they gonna lead them astray. I couldn't talk to my mom, and at one point they felt like they couldn't talk to me. We went to therapy when I moved to Dallas, and we worked through it. And I had to calm the fuck down, but I also was having my spiritual awakening, so it was much easier for me to identify what was going on within me that created a disconnect with myself spiritually and my relationships with my children. The way I communicate, the way I was raised to communicate, the stuff that I went through that made me shut down. Angels working for you. Thank you. Thank you, Ricky. So you absolutely have to recognize your children as a divine being. They have a soul. That's why they know what they know. Don't treat them like they're ignorant. Don't treat them like the world treats you. Do not treat your that should be a rule at the house. You walk in and take them damn shoes off. Number one, don't bring the outside in, energetically or physically. This is a safe space in this house. Like, you create that, you level set that for your children. You don't let I spent so many years stressed out at corporate. I was so checked out. So checked, just looking forward to going out on the weekend. So I could drink. But my boys made me stop drinking during the week in terms of like having wine, or my oldest went, your breath smells like alcohol. I'm like, get out my face then. Or I try to wait till you go to sleep. So it got to the point I just couldn't drink at home. I felt guilty about it, like they gonna show up like the police, like they watching me. So I couldn't even drink at home because my children are so fucking outspoken. It will hurt your feelings. But they don't be lying. They're very emotionally intelligent. They always know when something's wrong with me. My boys are just very in tune. However, out of respect for them, I was like, I got to be a sober mom during the week. I can't even be like mellowed out I had to work through my shit in order to not have to feel like I needed to drink. So if you like, I got to have a glass of wine every day, you a fucking alcoholic. You need to own that shit. That's what it is. Either go heal your trauma or admit that you're an alcoholic and this is what I'm doing right now. And so I'm ready to do something different. And who gonna stop you? Yep. Your children know. They spirit is so pure. Like they look straight through you. My sons were my accountability, baby. They were super accountability for me. It's like they like, why are you doing this? Why? I'm like, who the fuck are y'all? Spirit is like, I sent them to you. Aren't they lovely? Lovely little gifts. They can get your ass together. I had one when I was 20 in college, wilding out. That one's like hit the brakes and focus. And then the other one I had when I was 25 and I needed to learn how to stand up for myself. He was an Aries. He is an Aries. And Aries little emperors, they gonna demand some shit next. It better show up. That's what kind of energy they coming with. They'll let you think you in charge. But they the puppet masters. And so confirmation. So I needed that the zodiac sign of your children and the gender of your children or what you needed. That was by design, baby. Like you got what you needed when you needed it. They was gonna straighten you out. So now you have to see the eyes, life through the eyes of your children. And so a lot of people take for granted that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and they don't even pay attention to all the things that the silent prayers they've made, who God sends you. It's your children sometimes. Mainly your children. The children you have are based on what you need in life. Exactly. And I needed to stand in my power. I was in an abusive marriage with his dad, and I need to stand up for myself. I need to use my voice. I was letting people take advantage of me at work, at home, in my family, in my house. I had to put an end to all that shit. Like, okay, everybody got to fucking go. I feed myself. I don't think I need nobody here telling me shit. let's end this now. So it's been, an 11-year journey of finally changing my name all the way back. God will change your name when your identity changes. You got to know your identity so you can know the name fits. This is why you're called that. It has a meaning, right? So for me to go back to Smith, confirmation. Come on, Holy Spirit, just all up here. So for me to go, this is my testimony this week. God will change your name. When your identity changes, your name will change. You watch people call you something different. They say, oh, you're like blah, blah, blah now. They're going to recognize that you have changed, that there's been a shift in your identity, and they're going to start calling you something different. You're going to hold your head a little bit higher. Like people recognize this energy now, this new energy I'm in. That's how it works. So it's not like, oh, people just think I changed my hair. No, I changed. Recognize what you're doing, what's happening. Recognize what's happening. Own it. Use your power. See it through. Don't let stuff happen to you. Everything needs to happen for you. So people recognize that energy. Like my name changed. because I changed. That is a result from my identity shift, my spiritual awakening. That's my reset button, y'all. Me going all the way to Smith. I had to go through all of this and come back to Smith and realize this is who I am now. Let me get up and walk upright from here. So when my name changes again, my energy will be changed as well. Because it'll be my husband's name, the one I was supposed to be with this lifetime. You understand? I'll be a new woman in that energy too, co-creating with him. So you have to recognize when you've changed. Your name's going to change. And then all the stuff that belongs to you under this level of power, authority, and identity, you can finally handle it. So that's when them prayers get answered. And here's your stuff. By the way, you asked for this. Here you go. Just like they say, hey, you got to make honor roll if you want to get this iPhone 17, right? Who do you become in the process of making honor roll? Somebody who is disciplined in their studies, somebody who's cut off all the chit chat, somebody who's focused, disciplined, right? You've changed in the process of focusing on and disciplining yourself, daily habits. Your mind is focused, your body is disciplined. Your spirit sent that change down and it manifested all the way down, mind and body, from your spirit. Your name's going to change. Now they're going to call you honor roll student. Now they're going to call you iPhone 7 owner. You know, that's how it works. Now you can have your stuff. God just wants you to accept your identity so you can go on here, give you that name change and that badge of honor. Here's your stuff. I wanted to give it to you, but you have to realize who you are and what your name is to get it. You can't just be out here doing any old thing, acting any old kind of way, and get the keys to the palace. No, baby. You can't do that. No different than I want to buy you a car, but you got to get your driver's license. Your name has to change to licensed driver. Your identity has to change to a driver, to new driver. Now you can have a car. We're asking God for things that belong to us. We're just not prepared to receive them. God is just saying, accept preparation for everything you've asked for. Do the work to receive it. Upgrade yourself and receive the upgraded things. Yep, they are old souls. In the astral plane, they might be my father and grandfather in real life. In real life, in the spirit, they might be my fathers and grandfathers. And now they're my children on earth. They came to help me on my journey. Excuse me. You never disrespect them, because even your children are your elders and your ancestors in spirit. You don't know the dynamic up there when you're asleep down here. Never mistreat a person. Never mistreat a person that comes across your path, because you don't know how they came to help you. So when somebody tries to pull you into gossip about other people and stuff like that, don't let that spirit work on you. Don't let it work on you. You need to be focused on yes, you need to be focused on ideas, not people. What idea has spirit given you to manifest, and why is this person standing before you? Or are you meant to help me bring this into existence? Or are we supposed to co-create this? Okay, it's that simple. And recognize divine timing. You might be at the beginning stages of that idea just kind of swirling, but at some point, confirmation, at some point, once you've established a connection with that person, then you can co-create with them. So don't be so quick to dismiss people. Don't mistreat anyone. Keep your energy clean and be focused on your awakening and who you are and what you're called to do and how you're meant to do that. Yeah, heaven gonna have you in a headlock if she think you going the wrong way. She like, well, no, I said this way. This is not what God said. I'm sent here to help you. These kids don't play. They will call you out. Yes. The devil's breaking my words. I love you. I'll do your task. That's what's up. So if y'all ain't get nothing else tonight, I done calmed all the way down because I did start off a little hype. But it's closer to midnight. It's 11:09. Also got blocked on TikTok on November 9th as well. Look at all the signs. The point is, it is time for you to face this. It is time for you to get the things you pray for. It's time. It's time. Don't run from it. And for those of us who've actually faced it, healed those things, dark night of the soul, accepted the vow of poverty at some point, like Job, have gone through loss like Ruth and still cared for people. God is about to give you more than you can ask, think, or imagine, to the point where you've been in the dark so long trying to heal everything and just make sure you crossed every T and dotted every I because you don't want to get it wrong anymore. You just ready to let go. God was like, you purging. What I got to do next? What do I need to heal next? Let me go buy the shadow workbook. Let me journal every day. Let me sit and meditate. Let me go get grounded in nature. Let me do this. Let me work on myself. Let me make sure I'm healing myself physically. Let me make sure I'm listening to you. Let me make sure I'm cleaning up my diet. Let me do everything. Some of y'all been moving like that because I know I've been moving like that. It's paying off though. The weight's dropping off. My skin's clear. I ain't stressed out. My perception has changed. I don't let things keep me in a chokehold. I'm easier to be around. There's a point in time I want to be around myself. So imagine the frustration of sitting there and the shit you've created and gotta clean it up. Congrats on your weight loss, Ricky. You don't want to be like just in that position forever. If you here now, it's time to clean that shit up. It's time to just face yourself. I am naturally a spiritual life coach and I am a certified relationship coach. You can get my information in my bio if you need help on your journey. But by all means, don't just sit there and shit forever. That ain't good for nobody. And if God keeps sending you people, 11:11. When you say yes, indeed, Portia. Thank you, Ricky. So it is critical. It is imperative that at some point you take heed. Spirit gonna give you a gentle nudge. Wake up, sweetheart. Okay, I'll come back in a few minutes. Wake up. It's time to get up. Or are you gonna be late? Okay, wake up. All right, let's crank this up a notch. Let me shake you a little bit. Let me wake up. Okay, you're not waking up. This is me waking my sons up for school too. Back in the day, that oldest one sleep hard. Okay, wake up. Do I need to go in here and get a cold bucket of water to dump on you, or do I need to drag you by your arm out this bed? Take your pick. But when you're an adult and you're going through this awakening, and Spirit is like, wake up, these people aren't for you. Wake up, you're worth way more than that. Wake up, you're going the wrong way. You got other things you're supposed to be doing on this planet. Wake up. There are people assigned to you that you're supposed to help. You agreed to this before you got this body. Wake up. Okay, drop her off the cliff. Let's see if she wake up now. Sink or swim. And it's going to be rough on the way down. Like rolling down a mountain. When you hit that cold ocean water. Okay, I'm up. You ain't have to do all that. Yes, I did. Because when I was trying to tell you, hey, don't marry this person in those nice, gentle dreams, your dumb ass went and did it anyway. You don't listen. We have to do shit like this to you. A lot of y'all probably can relate. When I told you don't have no baby by this person, you did it any fucking way, didn't you? Told you don't sleep with them. Told you don't go there. And now you got this charge. A lot of people ended up in jail or penitentiary. Not listening to Spirit. True, it could have been written into your contract and a part of the plan and the way you ascend. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Thank you, Sandra. But Spirit's like, I've been nice. I've been giving you signs. I've been giving you warnings. I even gave you cute little dreams that didn't scare the shit out of you. But they showed you your future. Now you woke up and still wanted this shit? What is wrong with you? Drop her off the cliff. I'm sick of this shit. We just gonna go to the level 10 right now. Drop her. Just drop her off right now. Can't do this shit. I can't watch this shit no more. Wake her the fuck up now. Because she's doing way too much. She putting herself through too much. She's struggling and suffering. Why? Drop her off. Just drop her off that fucking cliff. She waking that ass up right now. That's how Spirit had to do me, y'all. That's why I have no problem coaching anybody through a spiritual awakening. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you whatever Spirit told you to do. You better hurry up and do this shit. You better hurry the hell up. Ain't no cutesy nothing about spirituality, y'all. Your soul will be in so much bondage if you just keep fucking up. This is the one thing you do not play with on this planet. And outside of this planet, you do not play with it. And people give the least of somebody will go buy a sports nanny for their children, but they won't get a spiritual life coach or a spiritual guide, somebody who truly sees and hears from the Most High. They won't do that. They won't invest in that. Super rich people do, though. Because why? If I could pay for anything, I'm going to pay for a direct message from God to keep me on track while I'm on this planet, because I want to mess up this money. I want to keep my lifestyle. And if I'm going the wrong way, if somebody's trying to hex me or take my stuff, I want to know. I need somebody on the other side checking for me. And if this person going to help me do it, they all have spiritual advisors. Billionaires have spiritual advisors. You don't hear my pastor? No, they have a spiritual advisor. There's also somebody that's going to go to war for their ass if somebody try to send something for them, because they know what level they at. They know people want their money. They know anybody will do anything to take them up out of here. This is for entertainment purposes only, TikTok. They know they got some shit worth protecting. Poor thinking will have you in a poor... Ooh, I want some spring rolls so bad. With the rice paper. I'm getting me some with some peanut sauce tomorrow. Okay. Sidebar. Chewing this gum making me hungry. Anyway, y'all. Hold up. I gotta send a text. And all right. So when people recognize what they got to protect, they gonna pay the money to protect it. If there's a way to protect it, they're gonna spend them. I don't give a damn about nothing else. This is gonna protect everything that I do have. Being spiritually aware, somebody that's a billionaire, they can go sit with the monks and learn and do and study all this stuff. But they all got spiritual advisors. The the White House has spiritual advisors. People who study astrology. What planetary alignments are we in? Should we make any financial moves during this Mercury retrograde? They have advisors for that. Y'all think they just up there guessing that shit? I know it looks a hot mess. It looks a hot mess, but they got them spiritual advisors. There's certain things they don't do at certain times under certain planetary alignments. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. That information has been revealed. People in positions of power know they need God. People in those positions of power that also have money have focused on one thing and they put God first. They do not play with their spirituality. They do not play. People who ain't got shit will play all day long and act like don't nothing matter and get used the fuck up on this planet. That's how it works. My people perish for lack of knowledge. That says it all right there. Those two examples I gave of having some and protecting it spiritually, having nothing and feeling like nothing and letting everybody rob you. Priorities, values, spirits waking you up, running from it. I know. I've been through it. So for anybody that comes across my path, you were meant to hear this. You're meant to hear it. I hope you felt something, because that's what we change according to emotion. We manifest according to feeling. I hope you felt something. I hope a change was sparked. I told y'all I'm on here for a good time, not a long time. There will be a day where you won't see me live anymore. Very soon. When God sends a messenger, don't get greedy and think, oh, I'll just check and see if so and so. I'm not going to be available to the general public. I've already seen my life. I know what I got coming up. So when I'm here, take heed. All right. I love y'all. Be great on purpose. I call my energy back from every person, place, being, dimension, and entity where it was taken without my permission and not used for my greatest good. I return all evil eye to the senders time 1000. They try to mess with my throat chakra every time I say that. I return all evil eye to the sender times 1000. Do not come for me unless I send for you. I return the energy of the collective back to you all with peace, love, and light. You all have a magical and blissful good night. Bye-bye.